We are live here at the TS Studios again for another NBA Finals recap. I mean, the NBA Finals has obviously been really entertaining this year. Golden State Warriors, the Boston Celtics. I'm here joined by my co-host here, AJ.
What's going on?
Kahon.
How y'all doing?
And our special guest, Iceberg.
Iceberg, what's up? AKA D-Wade, AKA P-Wade.
Let's go. Let's get it. So, like I said, man, the NBA Finals has been crazy. So, what's your take, AJ, so far on what you've been seeing from the Golden State Warriors? Obviously, we're going to Game 6 now.
Right.
It's up to Boston, obviously, to figure things out.
Right.
What's your take on what the Warriors did to kind of get back into the series?
Well, honestly, it shows the versatility of the team. Like Game 4, we saw Steph exactly doing what he was supposed to do, and that is take over the game. Because he got no help from Draymond, got no help from Clay, no help from Wiggins or
that's
Gary
false. Continue.
No, okay. But we
talking about Game 4, right?
Talking about Game 4. Talking about Game 4.
Wiggins had a super double-double.
I'm talking about, huh?
Wiggins had a super double.
Well, I mean, it was a quiet double-double.
It wasn't quiet.
It was quiet. It was a quiet double-double. It was a quiet double-double. Wiggins.
We're already starting.
Steph Curry played like that was a virtuoso performance from Steph Curry for a reason, because he did not get that help that he got like he got in Game 5.
You're talking about Game 5. Oh, right.
Like he got in Game 5.
Game 5, yeah.
Okay.
Game 5,
yeah.
Steph Curry went 0 for 9, but guess what? Draymond played well. Although he got fouled out, but he got quietly fouled out. He got fouled out. Wiggins played like Maple Jordan, right? And then we had Klay Thompson showing up as well. Right. So if the other guys don't show up, it's okay because Steph will show up. Yeah. But Steph knows that if he doesn't show up, then his guys will show up. So it shows the versatility of the team and shows what a champion is made of when it comes to the NBA Finals.
Steph had a monster 40-point game prior to that. Yep. And obviously, I think he had, 16 points in Game 5? Was it?
Around there, yeah.
He had 16
points. 0 for 9 for 3, though.
Right.
Like, that's shocking. That's shocking. That's a bigger number than the 16 points.
But we saw a lot, from Wiggins that game. So, I mean, Iceberg, man. Yeah. Tell me what your thoughts, was, on the Warriors, Boston. Like, how do you feel? And what does Boston got to do to get back into this series?
I mean, Boston's got to tighten up the defense, right? They got to really play some good D, especially against Steph Curry, or Draymond. Yeah, it's not easy, right? But I think they could definitely, hopefully win a game or two. Try to keep this thing going.
They got to,
and
they got to at this point.
Yeah, at this point, But it's tough. Like Steph Curry, he's undeniably one of the best shooters in the league, right?
Right.
So it's gonna be tough for sure.
Kahon, I know you got a lot to say, man.
You best believe I got a lot to say. So first, I gotta say this. Jason Tatum, stop turning over the I can't swear.
Yeah.
Stop turning over the basketball.
Right.
Do you know this guy has the most turnovers in postseason history?
95.
And there's still
95.
There's still games to play.
95.
Wow.
Yep.
The Boston Celtics are turning over the basketball at a rapid rate.
Right.
And even Steph Curry.
Right.
Steph Curry had a bad game.
Right.
But the one thing I liked what Steph Curry did is that this guy opens up the floor for everybody.
Right.
So even
he's still a threat.
Exactly.
His presence is a threat.
These guys, like whoever's guarding Steph Curry, is not even looking at the plays.
Right.
Not even don't have their hands in the pass lane or nothing.
Right.
It's like they're playing boxing, whatever.
Right.
Whoever guards Steph, you guard Steph. You don't help with any defense whatsoever. And that space allowed the other guys to get going because, as you know, role players play better at home.
Absolutely.
Wiggins had a big game. Clay had a big game. Draymond had a big game. Poole had a big game. And Gary Payton II had a beautiful game as well. So they had a lot of people step up.
Yeah.
But Boston, you cannot outshoot the Golden State Warriors. I'm going to say this again. You cannot outshoot the Golden State Warriors. Do not contest them 3 for 3.
Yeah.
If you have lanes, take the lane. Go to the basket. But if you try to trade threes with the best three-point shooting team in the league, you're going to lose. And you turn over the basketball.
What? They even tried that in Game 5. Like, Jaylen Brown could not buy a bucket. Like, he tried everything. I don't know what was on his fingers.
Yeah.
He had some serious butterfingers. He couldn't score either. So, along with Tatum, Game 5, something happened to Jaylen Brown. Like he couldn't. Well, they tried to drive the lane, but they couldn't score at all. It felt like they've reached their peak as a team.
Right.
Like I don't see them winning
So you think it's over?
I think Game 6 it's a wrap.
So this is the thing. This is what people have been saying. You're saying it's gonna go to 7.
No, I'm saying it's going to 6.
It's going to 6.
I said 5 if they didn't screw up game 1. It should have been done by now.
Right.
But it's done in 6.
I said originally 7, but I think Celtics team has peaked. That especially the Jordan Poole beater from last game. That wasn't game. That was series, if you ask me. Because those kind of shots are deflating for a young team. Right. They have nothing to worry about really, because they're young, like I said. So I mean, they got a big future ahead of them. But this is where the men are separated from the boys. Yeah. Right. And Golden State are showing why they're a championship squad, which is why, unfortunately, I think Game 6.
It's over.
It's a wrap.
You think it's over too, Wade?
Yeah, I think it's over as well, for sure. I think it's over. It's not looking good right now for Boston.
You had Boston, right?
Well, you know what? I did.
You had Boston, right?
Don't look at me like that. Look. Let me tell you something right now. I did have Boston, and look. I still think that Game 6, Tatum, Jaylen Brown are gonna figure. Kahon, don't look at me like that. But you know what? Let me tell you something right now. Okay, let me tell you something right now.
All right.
The Boston Celtics have been good at home. Mm-hmm. They're playing good at home, right? We're gonna shift the series back at home. They're gonna force a Game 7.
They're not playing good. At home.
They're better at home. They're better at home.
We can say the word better, but
right?
They're not good at home.
Close. I wouldn't say good.
I just feel like the Boston Celtics know what's at stake. I think Jason Tatum is hearing everything about the turnovers. These guys know what's at stake. Al Horford, all those guys are gonna step up. Marcus Smart. I think that we're going to see Boston extend this to Game 7.
You have one lifeline. I'm giving you.
I did say Boston in 7. I did say Boston in 7. Did I not? Okay.
I'm giving you a lifeline right now.
Right.
Get off and change your pick.
I'm not doing it.
All right.
I'm not doing it. I'm sticking to it. I'm sticking to what I said. Boston in 7. They're going to do it in 6. They're going to get that game, and then they're going to force the Game 7.
They're going to win Game 7 on the road.
It's going to be hard, but they're going to get it done. I'm telling you right now. We saw what Steph Curry did in Game 4. Mm-hmm. Incredible. Yes. Mm-hmm. Andrew Wiggins, incredible. Mm-hmm. But it's all about adjustments. Mm-hmm. You got to adjust. Yes. Teams have got to adjust. Guys have got to adjust. Boston has never been here before, right? This is an opportunity to win an NBA championship for Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, I think
they both understand what's at stake. Of course they got time.
So here's the thing. Sorry, go ahead. Ken.
Yeah. So you think Steph Curry's going to go 0 for 9 again?
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
Be out your
I was going to say that. I was going to say that. Like, yes, adjustments are done, but Game 5, with the exception of maybe a player here, it was more Steph Curry just missing shots as opposed to Celtics defense stopping him. Right. With the exception of 1 or 2 plays, like I mentioned.
Right.
But Steph Curry does not miss those shots. Also, we talked about 95 turnovers for Jason Tatum.
Yep.
Also, this was the first game, Steph Curry, first playoff game that he never shot a 3-pointer either, correct?
Who?
Stef Curry.
Never made one.
Never made one. Never made one. Right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's not going to happen again. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Right? I think again the moment is maybe a bit too big for Boston. I think.
Do you think that is just overwhelming? And
it's overwhelming.
They've
peaked.
I'm scared of that too.
They had a great run.
They haven't peaked.
No, I'm talking about this series.
No, this series.
Okay. Not as a team. Not as a series.
Not as a series.
In this series, they've peaked. I think we've seen the best of Boston, and I was just Golden State's going to close it out on the road.
Okay, so that's the NBA Finals. Let's switch it up now. Let's talk Lakers. We were here last week talking about possibility of Anthony Davis possibly getting traded, where the Lakers should go, keeping Westbrook, LeBron James. Wait, talk to us right now.
I mean, I heard they got Rashad Wallace as the new assistant coach. Is it?
Yeah. Rashid
Wallace.
Ball don't lie. Ball don't lie.
Yeah.
Yelling at those. Ball don't lie.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know he was even coaching.
Yeah.
Since when was he coaching?
Yeah. I mean, he just first opportunity.
I don't think listen, if the Lakers offer me an opportunity to coach, I'll take it, even if I have no coaching experience.
Yeah. Darvin Ham, Rashid Wallace, at the bench.
That's crazy. I don't know how that's gonna work.
That's not a championship.
But I'm just wondering
why.
You know
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
No, it's different. It's just like the man doesn't have any real experience. This is the Lakers we're talking about. This is a dynasty, right?
That is true.
So to see him come in as the assistant coach is just kind of weird to me, especially with LeBron James being your star player.
I think Rashid Wallace is more there to take care of Anthony Davis and get him right.
Right.
I think that's what why they got him on the bench.
Right.
It's kind of like he's an assistant coach, but it's like a made up assistant coach role, if that makes sense.
Right.
Kind of like Udonis Haslem. Udonis Haslem's on the team, but he's not on the team.
Right.
He's there to encourage, but he's never suiting up.
Yeah, he's a vet.
So it's like he's there to talk to Anthony Davis. Because if we can't get to him, hopefully you can.
Let me tell you something right now, Ken. I think it's past talking with Anthony Davis at this point. It's past talking with Anthony Davis. I'm tired of Anthony Davis, quite frankly. He is a poor excuse of talent. This is a guy that should be at the level of Giannis, okay? He should be right there. He's not taking care of his body. He doesn't want it that much. He just doesn't want it that bad.
It's the first time shooting
since April
5th, right?
He hasn't touched the basketball since.
You haven't made the playoffs, and you haven't touched the basketball since April 5th?
It's ridiculous.
Like, you should be holding a basketball the next day,
right?
If you want to be that guy.
Right.
The thing is, with Anthony Davis, is that the most success he's ever seen is being the second best player on the team. As an argument, let's just say if he's the second best player on the team, that's the most success that he's gotten on the Lakers. When he was the best player on the team, like with New Orleans, he was out first round, second round, right?
Exactly.
So he hasn't proven himself to be that top tier echelon player yet, right? And honestly, when you're so nonchalant about this, and also with Darvin Ham, like he wants Russ to sacrifice a lot. Like that press conference that he did, he mentioned the word sacrifice. That was the key word, which means he doesn't want Russ to touch the ball a lot.
To be ball dominant.
That's not going to work
with Russell Westbrook.
I'm sorry to say. Like it's already set up for failure in my position.
No, it is not. But before I get to that, let me say this.
Okay.
The Anthony Davis thing, I'm going to play a little bit of devil's advocate here.
Okay.
Because every time,
really?
hold on.
Really?
Hear me out. Hear me out.
No way.
Every time Anthony Davis went to the playoffs or they advanced, everybody lost to the Warriors. Every single person lost to the Warriors. So we can't really say that he's never proven himself. Like, who's beating Golden State in those times?
Yeah.
Not a soul is beating them.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
And that's prime Golden State. That's that 72 Golden State
that
Warriors
was with KD
Durant.
or without KD.
But
nobody's beating them.
They didn't only play Golden State. Like
No. They played.
They could have advanced further.
But they
if
beat
KD was that guy.
But they beat Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum in the
second
playoffs.
round is their highest peak. With
because they ran into Golden State. Let's say they were on the other side.
Yeah.
We don't know if they possibly get past or not. So
they got
it's tough.
swept. Didn't they get swept by Golden State?
It's Golden State.
Doesn't matter. I don't know. If you're
Steph,
AD, at least have one or two.
Listen,
games.
Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, and CJ McCollum got swept in the Western Conference Finals.
Right.
Without KD.
Right.
Because it's Golden State. It is what it is.
That's fair.
You're not beating that team.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But what's the solution? Because you said you're playing devil's advocate. So are you defending Anthony Davis? Because
I'm not defending Anthony Davis as a Laker. I was defending him as a Pelican. But as a Laker, he's got to get his ish.
But nobody
together.
give a damn about him as a Pelican anymore. He shouldn't even have made the 75th best player.
And that's where I was just about to say that.
Dwight Howard should have made that.
I agree.
Anthony Davis should not be in the NBA 75
Come on,
team,
man. It's
no
ridiculous.
Way.
It's ridiculous.
1,000%
It's
agree
about
with
clout.
that.
So, we don't see change when it comes to the Lakers, right? We're seeing the same thing as last season. Like we talked about, insanity is what? When you do the same thing over and over again, expect a different result, right?
Right.
Lakers are coming in the same team, but the Western Conference is changing, right? So this is an area of concern.
This guy
I have
said
no hope that the Lakers are going to do any better than last year because teams are getting better than they were this year.
Right? Okay, so teams are already signing players right now.
No. I'm talking about Kawhi coming back for the Clippers, Jamal Murray coming back for the Nuggets, John Morant going to the next level.
Jamal Murray is coming off an ACL injury. He is not going to be prime Jamal Murray coming. Have you seen how big he is? Jamal Murray ain't Jamal Murray.
No.
He has to lose so much.
He will lose. Yeah. It's like he's not like Zion.
Oh, really? He's
big.
He got big, eh?
He's a big boy.
He's not like Zion, but
he's a big point guard.
So he's a detriment to the team if he comes back, or is he an improvement?
Of course, it's going to be an improvement.
That's
it. Hold on. Don't expect him to be like, we're going to plug you back in. You're going to average 20 points a game.
Yeah.
This is the NBA, the best talent in the world.
Yeah.
Right.
And you haven't
Jamal
played
Murray's
basketball.
part of that. Jamal Murray, y'all forgot what Jamal Murray did before he got injured.
Nobody forgot, but he got hurt.
Ask your boy Paul George what he did.
He got hurt.
Hey, watch him out, AJ. Watch him out. We talk about PG like that, man.
He was
talk about Paul George. That's my guy.
Triggered.
That's my guy, man.
Hurt.
Got the Paul Georges on right now, man. Go get that.
Oh, my goodness.
PGs, man.
Oh, my goodness.
Go get that.
But I will say this. The Lakers, when free agency starts,
okay,
after the draft, after free agency,
right,
Let's see who they get before we cast judgment as saying they're not going to make.
I just hope they don't get any older, because that's the problem with the Lakers right now.
No, but everyone gets older.
No, but that team is the oldest team right now. That roster is aging.
Okay,
and
let's
if
go
your
get some
best
young guys.
player in Anthony Davis is one of your youngest players, is made out of glass, because that's what it is. He's fragile. You touch him, he breaks.
You can't have any hopes when it comes to.
But that's what you traded for. It is what it is.
But
you need to make it work.
Okay, now you have it. But it's not going to work if you're not playing, though, right? That's the
you
thing.
have to make it work.
When you're playing, then you can probably make it work. But if you're not playing, what choice do you have?
Play games. Take scheduled days off on games you know that, okay, if he's playing 3 games, Anthony Davis, you're not playing your 4th game. If you play back-to-back, you're not playing this.
But the thing is, he gets injured every 3rd game. That's the problem. He gets injured every 3rd game, bro.
That's the problem. But this is the thing. That's the problem. He can't stay on the court long enough. And I think that's what's hurting the Lakers more. And so much focus being put on Russell Westbrook, he's getting more to blame now. I mean, really, honestly, it's not all Westbrook. At least he's on the court. At least Russell's trying. He's playing. Anthony Davis is always in street clothes, man. I don't trust that guy. In fact, I wouldn't even trade. Like, I can't even think of a package deal for him.
No, I'm not trading AD, though. I'm not trading AD.
Oh, but last week you wanted to trade him.
No, I want to trade Russ. I want to trade Russ.
Yeah.
Russ, I don't trust.
Yeah.
You're not trading Russ, so it is what it is. You guys,
Russ, I don't trust.
You're dealt with the hand you're with. Like Darwin Ham. Whatever. Darwin Hams. You've had a chance to see what the Lakers have.
Right.
You're going to go into the offseason. You're going to see what players are you going to bring in. You better find some shooters. Mm-hmm. You better find some 3-and-D players. Mm-hmm. Because you could start Westbrook, blah, 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 whatever. Take him out early. Mm-hmm. When Anthony Davis and LeBron James go to the bench, run OKC offense. Run Wizard offense. Russ has the ball, a bunch of shooters. Give him 5 to 6 minutes. Let him go off. But coaches need to learn how to play to their players' strength.
Mm-hmm. But the thing is, LeBron and AD won't be off at the same time, right? Like, there's trust.
There's a possibility.
There's not a trust.
There won't be enough time
for him to run
but
the
this is
like
this is where Darwin comes.
But you can lose a lot of games if you do that.
No, like Marvin Ham wants him to sacrifice, not be ball dominant. He wants him to focus more on the defensive end, something that Russ has not done in his career, right?
So why would you allow a player to do something he's never done in his entire career?
That's my question.
You need to focus on his strengths. If anything, get the ball out of LeBron's hands a little bit more.
That's not gonna
let him play off ball.
That's not gonna
He
happen.
did it in Miami. No, he could do it again
because he has D-Wade on there.
I'm really happy that you mentioned what LeBron did in Miami. Speaking of Miami, because that was going to be the next team I was going to mention. It's unfortunate, obviously, what happened to them with
injuries,
with injuries and whatnot. How you feel about Miami's hopes, in the future, man?
I mean, I hope they get some good star players on the roster. I hope they can
get Jimmy some help.
Yeah, pretty much. Jimmy Butler, get him some help, and I don't know. It's not looking too great though. For the future.
Yeah, right. Because they just don't got enough.
Technically,
they didn't have enough scoring.
Yes, but technically it is looking great because you have a lot of pieces that you can move.
Yeah. Okay.
Go try to get Bradley Beal or go try to get Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
You have enough pieces to make a package.
They did want Donovan. They are looking at Donovan.
I honestly would even go after like a big man.
What?
Yeah.
What?
What about Bam? You trade Bam?
No. You keep Bam, right? But what I'm saying is that you can make a package because DeAndre Ayton's available.
No.
DeAndre Ayton and Bam.
No.
Why?
No.
You wouldn't pair it?
No.
That front court is dangerous.
So what? No.
So you don't think they need more scoring on the wing? Because I think
because the thing is Tyler Hero was injured, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And I don't know why Duncan Robinson didn't play a lot, right? I think they're scoring on the three point and Lowry was injured as well, right? So I think their backcourt is. But
I also feel that Lowry's on the tail end of.
He is, but Hero I think is ready to move on to and he's gone on record to say that he goes, I'm ready to start. Right, Hero has gone on record to say that. Right, so I think that their shooting is fine. Right, but if they add another big man piece,
their shooting is fine.
Yeah, I do.
What series did you watch?
Well,
they could make nothing
because Hero was hurt, right, and Duncan Robinson didn't play for whatever reason, and I don't understand that.
So Strus wasn't there,
but you don't really rely on Strus.
But he made some big shots.
He had some big games.
They have 3-point takers, but not 3-point makers.
Yeah.
You need a Bradley Beal or Donovan Mitchell.
So immediately.
That is the only.
So you don't think a Duncan Robinson and a Tyler Hero can do
ship
much?
them?
Huh? Why?
Ship them.
No, but that's not.
Or if they got the old,
get rid of them.
Maybe if they get
because
the old Victor.
both those
Tyler
guys,
Hero's not going anywhere.
both those guys are better defenders than those two guys.
Tyler Hero's not going anywhere.
And yes, he is.
He's not going anywhere.
Yes, he is.
Sixth man of the year.
So what?
He's not going anywhere.
What does that mean? Jamal Crawford was 6th man of the year. Got traded everywhere.
He's not going anywhere.
For Donovan Mitchell.
Yes. Give up Strus. Give up Hero. Give up Duncan Robinson. Give up some picks and go get him.
Donovan Mitchell
or Bradley Beal, sign and trade, whatever it is. But those are the only two names I want in my room. Who are we gonna go after?
Yeah, from Miami.
Offer both packages, whichever line clicks first. That's what we're taking. I'd rather have Beal over Donovan Mitchell, but whichever line jumps first, that's what I'm taking.
Okay, so what about the Brooklyn Nets? The Brooklyn Nets. The state of the Nets obviously disappointing again. James Harden having literally a coffee and tea and he leaves. And now, Kyrie can't necessarily. Now he's going to be playing more games, but he didn't play enough games. I'm hearing talks about KD not being KD anymore.
By who?
What? I didn't hear from me. I personally love KD. I love Kevin Durant.
I'm hearing Kyrie might go to the Lakers. Maybe.
Oh no! Don't.
No, I'm hearing some rumors he might go to the Lakers.
Wait.
For us?
We got inside information.
I'm hearing rumors. That's what I'm saying.
Inside sources wrong.
Right?
Really, Kyrie to the Lakers?
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
Absolutely.
They come out yesterday.
You need to unclog.
Oh yeah.
LeBron's gonna veto that in a heartbeat.
That's not how. Actually, LeBron would take that.
No.
He would take Kyrie over Russ. Let's be serious.
No, I don't
Wow.
know.
Of course he would.
You just said you would trade Russ, but you wouldn't trade Russ for Kyrie.
Are you kidding me?
The thing is that just the history. I would trade Russ, but just the history and the baggage that Kyrie has with him.
No. Kyrie, listen. Kyrie already said that he knew. Look, they could have won more championships if he had stayed in Cleveland with LeBron. He felt he was immature. He actually admitted that he was wrong.
So why is that so often? Kyrie going to LA?
Because it's not happening.
Why?
Why would Kevin Durant agree to take back Russell Westbrook?
Well,
oh my goodness, that is true.
No trade goes through unless Kevin Durant approves of it.
We're assuming Westbrook, but that would probably
it would have no choice but to be Westbrook. You think they're getting back Anthony Davis? No. That's not happening.
Can you imagine KD and Russell Westbrook playing together again?
It's not happening.
That is literally the only time Russell Westbrook has really had incredible success when he was in OKC. And I personally think maybe he just needs to go back. Maybe it's just something about OKC that is where Russell will succeed.
There's nothing.
Now there's nothing there. But maybe that's just where he needs to go.
No.
Because it just doesn't work anywhere else.
No, it doesn't work in OKC either.
Russell Westbrook is an individual player, okay? He's all about triple-double. He's all about individual accolades, statistics, Mr. Triple-double. Hall of Famer, NBA 75, he deserves that too. Hall of Famer for sure, right? Just because of what he's done with the triple-double, right? But that's it. Like, you cannot trust Russell Westbrook.
But when it's all said and done, he's not winning a championship.
He's not a floor general, right? Like a point guard is a floor general, right? And
he can't be trusted anymore, but he used to be trusted.
He was trusted. But there's a reason why KD left, which is what we just alluded to. There's a reason why he got bounced around from team to team.
Paul George.
There's a reason why.
He's played with a lot of good guys.
There's a reason why.
Harden.
It hasn't worked in LA either. I mean, 66% free throw shooting, terrible. The turnovers, terrible, right? Like, he's just not that guy that you can win a championship for, unfortunately, right? So I don't see anything happening with Russ, unfortunately. And the Lakers are actually in a bad spot. Like we're talking about it. I think Darvin Ham really has no choice but to say what he can say. Because where's Russ gonna go?
Yeah, right.
Where's Russ gonna go?
I think he was doing good. He was doing good PR.
He was. But the thing is, what he wants from Russ ain't gonna happen.
Right.
So that's why I'm really doubling down on the fact that the Lakers, I don't see them going anywhere.
What about Dallas? Kahon? Luka. Does he need more help?
Yeah, he does. He definitely needs more help. Of course, he does.
Luka just needs 1 star.
Yeah, he does.
He's 1 star away.
They're 1 star.
And I don't know why Dallas doesn't get stars either.
So then maybe Donovan Mitchell, maybe a Bradley Beal in Dallas.
No, he needs a big. I think. Because the thing
maybe
is, Donovan Mitchell as well.
Maybe Ayton.
That would work. Would
that work? Ayton in Dallas.
Ayton is nice, but I'd rather have Gobert.
Of course. I take Gobert.
I'd rather have Gobert than DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah,
no, not me. Not me, man.
Their problem was they had no interior defense. Yeah, their scoring is fine.
Yeah,
people forget Tim Hardaway wasn't even playing.
Yeah, but Ayton's young, man. Ayton's got more promise than Gobert, right? Like you invest into Ayton more than Gobert, right? Gobert's tall. I mean, he's got the length and he's a rim protector, but so is Ayton. Ayton works very well off the screen and roll. Very well. Like
so does Gobert.
No, but not better than Ayton. Not better than Ayton. Like when Chris Paul and Devin Booker created many plays for DeAndre Ayton because of the way he picks off the screen.
It was more so
right?
Chris Paul creating plays for D. I don't know about Devin Booker.
No. Oh, well, okay, Chris Paul.
But D-Book.
Well, when Chris Paul was on the bench, that's when D-Book took over. But Chris Paul is the one that facilitated that. And that I see meshing very well with Luka.
But Chris Paul is a point guard.
So is Luka.
He made DeAndre Ayton an all-NBA first-teamer.
So is Luka.
No, Luka is a scorer. But what you need is someone who doesn't want the basketball, only off drops. Ayton wants the ball in the post. He doesn't have 3 post
moves like that.
Moves that he can put
together.
But can it be argued that Luka doesn't have that dude to pass the ball to yet? That's why he's so ball dominant.
No,
he doesn't have a guy to pass.
You're
it to.
not.
Once you get DeAndre Ayton, because guess what? When Porzingis was on there, the what do you call it? The ball handling ratio, like they have, that stat that they have.
Yes,
it was lower with Luka when Porzingis was on the floor.
He didn't want to give him the ball.
No. Meaning he passed the ball more to Porzingis because he had a second guy.
And look where it got them.
But this time he had nobody to pass to. With Ayton, he's gonna pass. They
say less is more. Less is more, especially with the NBA, especially how things fit. You get Rudy Gobert, defensive powerhouse inside the paint. Dallas is willing to actually switch if Gobert switched on somebody. Utah, the second they get a screen, nobody's fighting over screen, so Gobert's left on an island guarding guards.
But see, I could use that same argument for Ayton though, and Ayton is part of a system that knows how to win. Gobert has a lot of that Utah.
Hold on, what do you mean a part of a system that knows how to win?
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. Phoenix.
Chris Paul was a system.
But I'm saying he has that experience coming in now, right?
Okay, so what?
That helps him and Dallas to move to a next level, and it will help Luka coming off the ball and setting those screens and doing that pick and roll like I talked about, right?
No, because when Ayton gets the ball, he doesn't know what to do with it unless he has a layup or a dunk.
But I'm saying Luka's going to create that, right? That's what I'm trying to say.
But you know what? Ayton got a little jumper. He got a little 11-footer.
So
he
what?
Can knock those shots down.
Ayton's more versatile. Gobert's got the length. I'm not going to argue that. And rim protection.
Yeah.
The problem was
from a defensive standpoint, Gobert.
Listen,
no problem.
With an injured Robert Williams, Golden State is struggling to get shots in the key. With an injured Robert Williams, what are you gonna do with Rudy Gobert?
Yeah.
But we're talking about Dallas.
I'm saying that's what I'm saying though.
They would have done
the
better.
problem was Dallas was getting. Golden State was getting whatever they want in
inside,
the paint. Because Max Kleber is gonna block my shot?
Yeah.
I'll dunk on Max. Okay, I won't dunk on him, but I'll go around Max Kleber.
Yeah.
But you have Rudy Gobert who locks down the paint.
Yeah.
They're not going inside.
But Gobert did nothing with Golden State. He's gonna do nothing. Like Golden State will still get their buckets and they'll still destroy Utah.
They would have no, but this is not Utah. This is Dallas. Now,
no, but what I'm saying is that if you put Golden State versus Utah, who's winning that series?
Of course, Golden State's going to win it.
Of course,
but Gobert, you put Gobert on Dallas.
Yeah.
What happens now? It's more of a competitive series.
Right. He got a point there.
Golden State.
I don't always agree with him.
Golden State versus Memphis. They had trouble getting into the paint. And I know for a fact Gobert is a better defender than Jared Jackson. I know for a fact he's better than Clark.
No, but I'm saying, no one's denying Gobert. Like I said, his rim protection, his defense is great. Former defense player of the year, right? But what I'm saying is that Ayton is not, he's a less defensive player than Gobert, correct. But his offense is a little bit better than Gobert.
Ayton has problems now because he's not getting the ball.
No, Ayton has no problems right now.
He wants out.
He does want out.
He wants out because he doesn't feel respected by the coach or the players.
But guess what?
I don't want to give the ball to Ayton.
Well, when you have Chris Paul and Devin Booker, that's an option. So that's going to be a problem. But when you go to Dallas, you're the second option. You're getting more touches with Luka.
You're technically not the second option, even if you are the second best player.
But he's going to be the second option.
He's going to be
not necessarily.
They're going to make him the second option.
No, they're not. No, they're not. If Ayton is your second option, you are not winning. He is not.
Luka's winning without a second option.
Winning what?
Yeah, but he's getting far.
He got to the conference finals without help. Imagine
Phoenix.
Did he win?
putting in.
He beat Phoenix.
Did he win?
Because he didn't have a second option.
Did he win?
Because he didn't have one.
You cannot put Ayton in the post and be like, yo, go get me a basket. Have you lost your rabbit ass mind?
Why not?
No.
We can't do a Gobert.
You don't need to. You don't need to
I'm
create plays for Rudy Gobert.
I'm not understanding your point.
This is my point. You have shooters all around Luka Doncic.
Okay.
Shooters everywhere. And then you have somebody in the interior who's blocking up the paint. Who you do pick and roll, he'll dunk it. Or a little drop step hook. But he doesn't need the basketball to be effective. DeAndre Ayton does. And that takes away possessions from the shooters. That takes away possessions from Luka Doncic. No.
But that's what Luka needs.
No, he does not.
Luka needs a sec. Bro, Luka is holding the ball more.
So if that's the case,
still made the conference finals.
So if Luka needs somebody else, Luka needs a ball. Luka needs a guard.
No.
Luka, yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
That's what Spencer
He would
Dinwiddie
need. He would need. No. He would need like a Bradley Beal or a Donovan Mitchell. The same thing with Dwayne Wade and LeBron James, because Luka is LeBron-esque, not LeBron James type of player, but in terms of their style.
LeBron didn't need D Wade.
Yes, he did.
No, he left Cleveland because he did not have help. If he had help, he would not go to Miami.
But he went to Miami
because he had no help. I'm saying is that,
but
Luka does not need.
But even when he had help, he lost. So what?
Yeah, but
in 2011 he lost.
That was the first year when they
so
were trying
what?
to figure
Point is
out.
this:
they went to the finals.
Luka, where he is,
shout out to Dirk.
Luka, where he is right now, is perfect. He needs a big man because Dylan Brooks showed up as well.
He needs a big defensive player, not a defensive big who could get buckets. Now, if we're talking about Anthony Davis or somebody like that, y'all, of course, but you're not getting that. No. So you get a defensive big,
but you get both. But you get two things with DeAndre Ayton. With Gobert, you get one-dimensional. You get the defense. That's it.
No, you see, you're messing up right now. Because with Gobert, your defense intensity goes up, but your offense is still good. You had enough offense.
No, you didn't.
Just couldn't
stop.
You didn't.
No, you
yes,
didn't.
they did.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
Oh my!
All right, guess what? Guess what?
They didn't, man.
All right.
Everyone says Luka needs more offensive help. He's the only scorer on that squad.
They had enough offense. They did not have anybody who could stop anybody.
All right, guys.
What about Jalen though? He's about to be a free agent.
Get rid of him.
That's how you feel?
I'm not paying Jalen.
But he was good in the playoffs, no?
That's fine. I'm not paying Jalen Brown. Jalen, what's his name? Brunson. I apologize. Jalen Brunson. I'm not paying Jalen Brunson.
Why not?
He's too small. He's too small.
He actually played really well.
Most of his game is in the perimeter. I'm not trusting a 5'11" or 6 foot guard as
but this is they've been doing that with JJ Barea. They've done it. Dallas has been known to somewhat bank on smaller guards.
But those guys weren't key players.
No, they weren't.
Jalen Brunson right now technically is their second go-to option. If Jalen Brunson's your second go-to option, no.
No, I think he's only
that
that option because Tim Hardaway is not there.
Plus, nobody else is there.
You need to upgrade.
So we agree that they need a second option.
They need a second option.
But the disagreement is, you think Gobert?
It's a guard they need.
No, they need a big. But you just.
I'm saying they need.
Argued Gobert for like the past half hour.
I'm saying they need a big to guard the paint and to play defense. But if you're looking for a second scoring option, you need a dominant guard.
Perfect.
But they're not going to get both. They need one or the other.
So
they're not going to get both.
So I would rather, based off what they have and based off some of the bigs out there, I would rather get a dominant guard who could score and find a big who could just who could clog up the interior. Maybe look for an Hassan Whiteside or maybe a Bo Cruz.
No, Hassan Whiteside.
Okay, let's go to the next topic. Too much Gobert talk. That's a wrap. It's been the NBA on TS. Ray here, my man Kahon, AJ, Wade. Thank you again for coming out, man. We appreciate you guys. We'll catch you on the next NBA on TS.